This is the TV News, the industry's only daily video report, brought to you by American Ingenuity TV. For all of your electronic marketing and creative needs, American Ingenuity TV is simply the solution.
Welcome to the TVNews.TV for Tuesday, March 16th, and here are today's top stories. Fishbowl DC is reporting that CNN Uber correspondent and host Christiane Amanpour has been offered the hosting duties for ABC News this week. The Fishbowl DC report further details that Ms. Amanpour is on the fence about taking the gig, torn about moving her base of operations from New York to DC. And we'll have more as this story comes into more complete focus. And for everyone sweating it out, wondering if Larry David's Curb Your Enthusiasm will be embarking upon an 8th season, chin up. LD recently commented that the chances of fresh episodes of Curb returning to HBO are pretty good. And excellent news! Versus and DirecTV have finally, after 6 months, made nice and now have an agreement to return Versus to the DirecTV lineup of sports networks. No terms of the deal have been disclosed. The Pew Research Center has come out with their annual State of the News Media Report, and it paints, for the most part, a pretty gloomy picture about how the news gathering industry will be making ends meet moving forward. But there was some good news on the cable news front. Fox News expanded their viewership base by 25% in 2009. CNBC is the belle of the profit ball, plus MSNBC and CNN are treading financial water. The news was not all that good for both broadcast and local news, which continue to suffer from a chronic loss in consumption. Now, regarding news from online, it's a mixed bag, with usage going up in 2009, but as the Pew report puts it, quote, internet news ad revenues will never sustain the entire industry, unquote. For all the key findings in this report, head on over to the address you see on the lower portion of this screen.
New Media, New Marketing is brought to you by Combridges, your internet and multi-screen marketing go-to guys. Visit us at combridges.com.
We now welcome our resident new media and TV marketing expert, John Leland from Combridges, to the TVNews.TV. And John has a whole new set of online viewing trends for us from both close-up and zoomed-out perspectives. John?
Hi, Jeff. Yeah, there are so many numbers being flown around all the time that I thought I'd try and digest 3 different reports into kind of like the bottom line statistics to give people an overview of what the online video universe looks like and how it's evolving. I've got 3 different reports, one from ComScore, one from Nielsen, another one from Instat, that help, I think, give a pretty well-rounded picture. The bottom line, as you might expect, is that the online video viewership is really continuing to increase at a pretty steady pace. Even though there was a slight drop-off from December to January, that's really attributable to all the increase of active viewing that was going on over the holidays. ComScore reports that there are now, as of January, about 173 million people who watched 32.4 billion videos during the month of January. YouTube continues to really lead, and more than lead, they totally dominate. By far, they're the largest web video site, averaging about 93 videos per viewer per month in January, which is a 50% increase year over year. And just to put that in perspective, all of the, quote, Google sites, which of course YouTube on the video side is the dominant one, accounts for almost 40% of the online viewership, where a big TV site like Hulu that you think would be a competitor is in number 2. They're the number 2 spot, but with only 2.8 or call it 3% of the viewers. So 40% to 3% is really no battle, and they're the number 2 site. So YouTube is really dominating. Nielsen also looks at the number of unique viewers. And they're at a similar number, 141 million unique viewers. It's interesting to compare the number of viewers to the number of streams because you extrapolate out the number of streams per viewer, and that's that 33 billion clips that I was talking about before. But it's increasing, a 10% increase in the number of viewers year over year. I know virtually every TV station and cable network would be ecstatic to achieve that. But on the other side of the spectrum, in the Instat report, they talk about 40% of consumer households wanting a combination of internet videos and regular, what they call linear TV. And about 3/4 of the respondents want all their video content to come from the pay TV provider, i.e. the cable system or satellite and so forth. So people are still really interested in both internet video and linear conventional TV programming. That's not going to change. I talk about the A plus B theory of media evolution just because TV was invented, the movies didn't go out of business. Just because we have internet video now doesn't mean that linear TV is going to go out of business. But the landscape continues to morph, and the internet video arena continues to be a major player, and there's no slowing down of that trend, really.
Well, John, you're right. Yeah, as advertised, there are a lot of numbers from a lot of sources, but they all do point toward growth, and I don't know anyone who doesn't like growth. We thank you, John, and we will see you next week.
Okay, look forward to next Tuesday. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Future events and opportunities brought to you by Dude Walker. Get the best voice. Get the best price. Get Dude at dudewalker.com.
In exactly 1 week, the PR Measurement Conference happens at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. For information or to register, you can log on to prnewsonline.com/measure. And if you're looking to become an advertiser on the TV news, just click on this link at our site, or you can drop us an email at advertise@thetvnews.tv. And that about does it for today's edition of the TV News. We will be back tomorrow with top news plus the Programming Pulse. I'm Jeff Grimshaw. Thanks for watching, and go out and make it a good day.
The TV News has been brought to you by American Ingenuity TV. For all of your electronic marketing and creative challenges, American Ingenuity TV is simply the solution.